am I supposed to start this video? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry if I'm looking down. I'm just making sure I'm in focus. But today's gonna be a different video. It's gonna be a different video. Today's gonna be a very different video. This isn't much for you guys. This is more for me. I've been trying to put off this video for a few weeks, and I thought I was ready to make this video like earlier, but I don't think I was, and I don't think I'm even ready to do this video now. But I want to get this out there. I feel like I've always said, YouTube is kind of like a diary for me, where I can see how much I've grown, see where I've come, you know what I mean? So this video, like I said, is it's mostly for me. I basically just wanted to talk about, or just really reflect, mainly reflect on what has happened in my life since COVID started. Not only has my father lost family members, he's lost, sadly he's lost his one of his brothers and his father. They both passed away, and God is giving him strength to get through that. It's been a very complex time, I'm sure, for everyone in this world. But how do I say this? I didn't want to make my first world problems a big deal, and that's why this video is not really for anyone but myself. Oh my god, how do I say this without making myself seem so self-absorbed, or how do I make this video less selfish, basically? But this is for me. This is for me. This is not for nobody. This is for me, Alondra. This is for me. And this video is basically to tell Alondra from the future, basically. I can't think about you guys right now, because if I think about you guys while making this video, I'll think, wow, Alondra, you're selfish for making this. But this is for me, for my own personal growth. I'm just gonna flat out say it. Me and my boyfriend, Edwin, I've posted him multiple times on my Instagram and my Snapchat. I've posted 2 videos of him on my YouTube. I'm sure if you guys scroll down a little bit, you can see I think I've done 2 videos about my ex-boyfriend. But yeah, we first broke in March, and it wasn't one of those breakups where you're just like, well, we're done. Well, for me it wasn't that way. It was like, we're just not understanding each other. And I'm definitely sure the last video you saw that I made about him, I explained a lot in tears. I explained a lot how it was getting a little difficult, the communication, the time differences, the schedules. I'm a very busy person, and he's a very busy man, and it was very hard to find times where we can talk one-on-one, like actually communicate. And so I think that that very much affected our relationship. The first time we broke off in March, it was more like I needed an escape. I couldn't really understand how I could fix it. I don't think we were at the right mind space at the time, and we didn't have enough time to talk for us to fix anything. So for me, I broke it off the first time. I just thought that there was too much going on, and I told him, like, hey, maybe we would find each other again, you know, like this. In my mind, it wasn't the end. And so when we broke off in March, we were still in contact. So he was still on my Instagram, he was still DMing me, and then I would get too sad that we weren't official, so I would block him on Instagram but still text him through Messenger, and it was a little complicated. So we kept talking for a month, and then I thought it was dumb. I was like, I love this man. I love him so much, and I know we're not talking, and we don't have like the best communication right now because he's busy and I'm busy and he has different schedule and I have a different schedule, and we can't seem to talk. Like I think what we needed to do was talk. So we kept talking. Like I said, we kept talking through Messenger because I blocked him on Instagram. And I blocked him on Instagram because pictures of him, obviously, I would DM him, and then like my finger suddenly would go to his profile, and then I would see all his beautiful pictures, and I'll be like, maybe that's not healthy. That maybe this month apart, like maybe we can figure things out now, you know what I mean? And I hoped that that was what it was. And so we made it official again, but obviously without anyone knowing. It was just between us. And so when we got back together, or basically made it official that we were gonna not just part ways, that we were just gonna try to do this again, just push ourselves to do this again, work together to do this again, try to communicate. And sadly, we were motivated for the first few days, and it went back the way it was. It went back to the way it was, where it was, at that time, I was learning how to communicate my feelings. And I think that's the most important thing that people should learn to do, to learn how to learn and acknowledge what is it that you feel. What is it that you feel, and learn how to express that in a respectful way, in a respectful manner. And I was still learning. So I'm not perfect at it now, but I'm in the process of still learning. And so he then moved farther from me. Once he told me that it's a whole time zone change, like he's different set of hours than I am. Like if it's 6 over here, it might have been like 3, 2, 4, 6. You know what I mean? It might have been 3, 2, 1, 11 in the morning. I don't exactly, you know what I mean? But let's just give that as an example. And it kind of hit me, and in my head, I did doubt. I was like, how are we gonna do this? How is this gonna work? But he had mentioned to me that he was gonna come back home to visit around April. And so when April came around, then COVID happened. And he said, I can't come home. And that broke my heart. And I know some people have time that they don't see their significant other. Obviously during this pandemic, people haven't seen their boyfriend or girlfriend or significant others or family members in about 7 months. And particularly for him, I wasn't just excited to see him again. I was mostly excited for him to see his mom. It really warms my heart, the relationship he had with his family. Especially his mom and his sister, the love that he had for them, and the love that he has for my family. It broke my heart, not only for me not to see him again, but for him not to be able to see his mom again. Now, checking the time, now in November would be a whole year that she hasn't seen her son, my ex-boyfriend. It sounds weird. Hey, don't worry. I'm gonna find a way if I can come in May. And then the end of April came, and he said, I might be able to come in July. And I think what happened mostly for me was that slowly I was giving up. Not just giving up on loving him. I was giving up on what would be of our relationship in the future. I've already told my mom, and I think he told his mom, so I think I'm comfortable saying this on YouTube. We were planning it sounds dumb. Now that it sounds dumb, okay? It is dumb, but we were planning on eloping. Yeah, I know it sounds strange, but that was the plan. And I don't know, it breaks my heart to confess this to myself. I've obviously told my mom already, so this is not good, like, new news when I post this to my family. But we were planning on eloping. We were thinking of, I think we only told his mom, because if I would have told my mom, she would have died. But I think it was only his mom that knew at first that we were planning on getting engaged in a year, and then after a year I was gonna move over there with him. I got blocked. I really did get blocked. And him telling me, getting me excited, I'm gonna see you in April. It's, how do I explain it to you? It goes a lot deeper than that when you're in love with someone and you haven't seen, obviously you want to see them on a daily, but you can't. I told him this a lot. I told him, listen, it's not the same. When people say, oh, long distance, it's hard, but it's possible. And I told him it's different, because this is not that I can FaceTime you whenever you have a day off. It's not like you're studying in an Ivy League school and you're far and you can come here on the holidays and you can have semesters off and maybe you can take the summer semester off and come home and see me. No, it's not the same. After we got back together, we did try. We tried to communicate our feelings. We tried to, but it wasn't the same. It really wasn't the same. I was less motivated as the days went on, because I reminded myself of why it was so hard in the first place and why it got complicated, and it was because of the distance and because of the lack of communication. Not because we didn't want to talk, not because we didn't want to communicate how we felt about each other, how we felt about our days, how we felt about our relationship, you know, like to check in on each other on the relationship, like, hey, you love me still? And and I do remember conversations went like that, some of them, and very few though. We should have had more. I do believe that we should have had more conversations like those. I don't remember if it was a month into the relationship again or less than a month. I not that I gave up, but I gave up. I did give up. It was taking a toll on my emotional health. It was taking a toll on my personal life. I did essentially give up, but I gave up for myself. I gave up the relationship to regain a relationship with God and myself. And I can actually testify as a testimony that the Lord literally saved me from depression. I knew that I would get into that dark headspace very quickly, and so I wanted to prevent that from happening. I didn't think I would get depression, and even though I did, I thought that I could beat it. I thought that it would never come to me. And to me, it was hard to understand why I was going through what we were going through, because when I tell you that I had to break things off because I couldn't anymore. I physically, emotionally, mentally couldn't anymore. It was literally deteriorating my strength in all forms. And so I know that it hurt me and it hurt him more. I know that in the future I'm going to be happy for my decision. I know I'm going to be proud of myself for not only protecting myself and caring about putting myself first, and then putting him second. I got a job a few days. I literally got a job 4 days, exactly 4 days after we broke up, because I didn't want to think about him. I didn't want to think about our breakup. I didn't want to think about my relationship with him. I wanted to get out. I wanted to get out of my head. So I got a job. I got a job, and I was thinking, you know what? It's gonna get my head out. It's gonna get my head out of my own head, and it's also gonna help pay for books for school. Also, I can buy myself little things if I want anything. And it wasn't even a month after getting that first job that I tested positive for COVID, and everything that I tried to deny, everything that I tried to suppress, all the feelings that I tried to reject, everything, the pain that I tried to reject that I had, everything came to me through my isolation. I tested positive for COVID, and after I tested positive for COVID, I waited a month to get out of isolation, and during that month I had a lot of self-reflection, a lot of praying, a lot of tears were shed, a lot of, I'm not saying that I'm fine now, I'm saying that I'm better. I don't want to apologize for expressing my love for the Lord, but also I want to apologize for you guys if I disrespect you guys for speaking my mind about my faith. Sorry. I'm sorry. But the Lord really gave me the strength that I needed. I got the time for myself to really learn how to love myself. And I love myself. I love myself. I love myself now more than I ever have. And that it was through him, obviously. And a lot of anger was overwhelming my heart, and a lot of pain was overwhelming my heart, that God is still working on it. And like I said, I'm not completely over it. I'm not completely healed. I'm better than I was before. And I'm giving all the glory to the Lord, because he deserves it, and he deserves so much more. I want to say this because I want to. And who knows if I'm going to regret it after I post this, but it's all right. I'm taking life with a grain of salt and believing that God has a plan and a purpose for everything. And I literally have faith that everything happens for a reason, and that there is growth in anything that happens in your life, or anything that happens in my life personally. I just want to let him know that if he's watching, if you're watching, I just want to let you know that that I still thank you. I still thank you, because I thank you every time. But I still thank you for the beautiful times that we have. I am grateful for the 2 wonderful years that we got to have. I obviously am sad that it couldn't last for longer. We had such an amazing chemistry, an amazing love, an amazing experience, an amazing 2 years of our lives together. And I am very thankful that I got to spend that with you, and that you were the person that God allowed me to spend that time with. I am thankful not only to you, but to God also, that I got to experience a love so strong and so overwhelming, and so beautiful and so pure. And yeah, I just want to let you know that I still pray for you, and I hope nothing but the best for you. And just in case for the viewers, there's no bad guy in the story. Literally, life is the bad guy. But I wish nothing but the best for you, and I'm hoping you wish nothing but the best for me. But I also want you to know that I wish happiness upon you, and that I pray for you. Everything that you may have, not like materialistic things. I want you to have happiness. I want you to grow in him. I want the Lord to put you in places that you've never thought you've been before. I want God to humble you, and to put you in places where you didn't even imagine that you would be there. Give you a status, give you a place, a name for yourself that you didn't even expect. And that I know that God's going to do amazing things through the both of us individually. And I say this a lot, and especially I tell that to the Lord in my prayers. I know that God had a lot of plans for the both of us. I had faith. I don't even know if it was in his plans, but I had faith, and I prayed that he would have a ministry for the both of us. But now individually, I know that he's going to do as many or even more amazing things, amazing miracles through us as children of God. And I know that amazing things are going to happen in your life and in mine also. This is the end of the video. This is literally a 40-minute video that I don't know how I'm going to condense. So Alondra, you know how it is. I love you for editing this video, and I think that there's a healthier ways of telling subscribers how they deal with breakups, and to let them know about their life and what's been happening. I do believe that there's healthier ways to do that, aside from receipts and throwing shade, and you know what I mean, and canceling people out. But yeah, like I said, this video was very different, and this is mostly for me, and Alondra, I love you so much, like I said. And I love you guys so much. All of my subscribers. I love you guys so much. And you guys probably think I'm crazy, or you guys probably... I don't know. I don't know what you guys think, but let me know down below. But yes, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will continue having a wonderful day today. I am planning on eating ice cream today. I think I deserve it after this video. And yeah. And yeah, I love you guys so much. And I'll see you in a few months. I'll see you in a few months when I decide to post. So, bye.